Chithonian Alliance here, bringing you the random video. Today we're going to be discussing the second place SPYRAL Knightmare deck that came out of Spain over the weekend, and it is actually kind of interesting because it's not True Draco or anything like that, so we're just going to go right into it. So the first cards we got here is 1 SPYRAL Sleeper, 1 Master Plan, 1 Destrudo, 2 Tough, 3 Super Agent, 1 Darkwurm, 1 Last Resort, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, 1 Iblee, 1 Quik-Fix, and 1 Drone. The monster lineup is pretty straightforward. The Iblee is really good because it allows you to have some recursion in your deck, as well as being just an overall fantastic card. Darkwurm is pretty good by itself. It's a card that allows you to send cards to the graveyard, and its stats are pretty good. It's a pretty good normal summon to start your plays off with if you open it. But it's not a very reliable one since you're playing it only at 1. But when you have it, it is probably just like kind of like one of those godsend things, you know. The Spiral lineup is really simple. Hand traps are really, really standard as well. Destrudo is obviously good here, so we're just going to move on from that. So the cards that we have here, we have 20 spells. It's quite a bit of spells. There's 1 for 1, 1 reinforcement of the army, 2 foolish burial goods, 1 soul charge, 3 terraforming, 1 foolish burial, 1 monster reborn, 2 called by the grave, 2 forbidden chalice, 1 spiral mission assault, 2 spiral gear big red, 1 spiral resort, and 2 dragon ravine. The dragon ravines are here to send the Destrudo. Alternatively, if you open up with a Destrudo, or you already went through your Destrudo plays, you can activate this effect to send the Darkwurm, because I think at that point Darkwurm is pretty much just a deck card. So it's pretty good in that aspect. The spiral spells, you're only running 4 of them because that's pretty much the only ones that are decent. Foolish Burial Goods is here to send Spiral Rescue, so that's obviously here. Forbidden Chalice is kind of interesting to see here. It's kind of like an effect veiler, so it's really cool. Plus, if you're in a tight position and your opponent can just get over it, you could just play Forbidden Chalice. This is a way to get over a mono Iwado if they attempt to swing into something. Like, for example, if they go with, I don't know, just something different, and they wanted to swing into one of your monsters, you just play Forbidden Chalice. If Forbidden or Mono Wado somehow gets stuck on the board, you can punch over it as well. So that's pretty good. Designator is here for the hand trap removal, and the only 2 traps here is Spiral Gear Rescue, or Spiral Mission Rescue, excuse me, because that's all there needs to be. The card is pretty good. On the deck check is 1 H Fairy Dragon, 1 Sylvan Prince Sprite, 1 Borla Dragon, 1 Firewall Dragon, 1 Griffin, 1 Deco Talker, 1 Trigate Wizard, 1 Griffin or Unicorn, 2 Double Helix, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Goblin, 1 Underclock Taker, and 1 Mermaid. Double Helix is pretty standard. He's winning 1 of each Tremor monster, which I think is very interesting, because in the OCG you were just playing Cerberus and you hardly saw Griffin at all, so it's really cool to see those cards make their way into the forefront of the meta so early in their lifespan. Mermaid is obviously good. Goblin allows you to get more normal summons off of it, and Cerberus pops cards, which is pretty good. Yeah, it pops cards. It pops special summon monsters in the main monster zone, and this card just destroys spell and trap cards, which is pretty good. This one I think is better than Cerberus. People are playing this over Cerberus a lot of the time. Unicorn is just absolutely fantastic. It's kind of almost broken, and Griffin is just overall just really, really strong. Silver Princess is kind of interesting. I'm not sure how often he made this, but I'm assuming it's not very many, considering the fact that you only have 2 level 1 monsters. The fact that, if you guys don't know what this card is you could attach 1 secret material from this card, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a spell and trap card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. So it's pretty good, and the fact that it deck thins, even if it sends it to the graveyard, it's not that big of a deal. If you get a monster or a trap, if you get a monster, it's not that bad. Because of the fact that over half of your deck is spell and trap, it's going to be hitting a spell or trap pretty easily, so it's really good in that way. The second effect is not relevant whatsoever, I don't think, where you just send a plant type monster to target a Sylvan monster and then special summon it. It's not that interesting and not that relevant in this deck. I think you're using this mostly just for the deck thinning basic capabilities of this card, so it's pretty good. On to the cards that are to the side deck cards. We have 1 Cyframe Driver, 2 Commungus, 3 Gamma, 3 Twin Twister, 3 Evenly Matched, and 3 Red Reboot. He's not main decking the Spiral. He's not maining the Ciphering stuff, which is kind of interesting because most people would just ultimately decide this out games 2 and 3. But this guy's probably opting to set this in most of the time. It's better than Effect Dealer. It's arguably better than Ghost Ogre in a lot of situations, simply because it allows you to just destroy and negate the thing and not just destroy it. So, Twin Twisters over Cosmic Cyclone. I guess this is for the overabundance of like maybe he's a concern for Paleozoics, but this is also pretty good against the Pinel matchup as well as the True Draco matchup. Though I guess in the True Draco matchup, if you're ahead, this card's a little worse because your opponent just go like, oh, that's an Apocalypse, I could just pop your cards, or I could just pop your Swollen Traps with this. Red Reboot playing at 3. This is a fantastic card. It's kind of very similar to like Evenly Matched and Impertinence, where you can just activate it from your hand, but at the cost of half your life points. This is, I guess, is only really just to negate like cards like Evenly Matched and Impertinence. That's pretty interesting to see as well. So I think this is a very fantastic card. So if you guys did enjoy this, leave a comment in the comment section down below. There will be the deck list down below if you want to copy it and you want to play with it on your own, including the side deck if that's what you're after. Anyway, this has been Chithonilis, and I will see you guys later. Signing out.